Today's topic, forgiveness. I mean, the entire city of Seattle and Sam Darnold just dropped their pants and took a dump on my head, essentially. And you know what? I deserve it. Personally, I'm really happy about this Super Bowl, too. People are complaining. They're like, this is gonna suck. The Patriots are back. Dude, the Chiefs are not in it. The Eagles are not in it. Like, why are you mad? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my NFL Championship Sunday reactions / some coaching reactions, because there's been some signings. There's also some rumors that are going around about new head coaching jobs. Couple of plugs as always. Don't forget to use code WW10 to save yourself a discount on any of Waggle's awesome products. And also don't forget to use code WyattzWorld at sign up on Prize Picks to guarantee yourself to win a free $50 with your first $5 entry. However, always remember to play responsibly, and let's get into the video. Okay, so right away reacting to the Patriots beating the Broncos by 3 points in an absolute snooze fest. This game started off looking like a normal football game, and the way it looked when it ended, you would have thought was a scene out of Madden. Dude, the snow got so intense, you actually could not see the Patriots. Like, it was hard to see them on the TV. Maybe that had something to do with Stidham's interception at the end of Christian Gonzalez, although I feel like that was just more of an underthrow. Regardless, that was also kind of the deciding factor of the game. This game was really lousy for a championship game, to be honest. Diddy came out right away. He had that nice like 50-yard touchdown pass, but afterwards didn't really do anything at all. The Denver rushing was lousy as hell. Sutton, even though he did have a touchdown catch, I saw at least one pretty critical drop out of him. He's kind of struggled this year, it seems like, in big moments. And also Will Lutz went 0 for 2 on the field goals. Both kickers had a pretty hellacious day, if I have to be real. Flipping over to New England, Drake May, 10 for 21, 86 yards, took 5 sacks. This man got beaten and battered. He was able to save the offense with a rushing touchdown, as Ramondre Stevenson could barely get a foot off the ground all game. Mac Hollins was responsible literally for over half of the receiving yards. Stephon Diggs had 5 catches for 17 yards and gave a victory speech after the game like he just threw up 100. And the Patriots defense, outside of, that initial touchdown, which I believe was also on Christian Gonzalez, completely locked up Denver, and obviously Christian Gonzalez with the game-sealing interception. Big game for him in general. 5 tackles, a sack, a pick. And also, how can you forget Andres Borregales kicking 1 for 3? Like I said, both kickers had just a horrible time. I want to say I feel bad for Denver because I do respect their team too, I really do, but their coach just drives me so nuts that honestly there is a little satisfaction in seeing them lose, even though it was to the Patriots, who are a rival of mine. And it's also pretty crazy to just think that Mike Vrabel, who again wasn't good enough for the Titans, came into New England, who won 4 games last year, and just brought them to a Super Bowl. I really think the 3 worst fan bases right now in the league when it comes to just having it bad at this moment: Titans, Bills, and the Vikings. I just happen to be part of 2 of them. Congrats, New England. And ending championship weekend, we went from a snooze fest into an absolute movie. Sam Darnold paves his way with the Seahawks as they soar into Super Bowl 60, knocking off the Rams 31-27. Game went to its final moments too. Puka Nacua just couldn't get out of bounds, but they would have had a shot at one more play had he would have. This was truly a quarterback showcase. Matt Stafford throwing 374, 3 touchdowns. Puka having 9 receptions for 165 yards and a score. Adams having 89 and a touchdown. Feel bad for Devontae Adams now too. He's 0-5 in conference championship games. That is terrible. Flipping over and looking at Seattle's offense, Darnold, like I said, carved him up. 346, 3 touchdowns, 25 for 36. Holy shit, man. Rushing was led by Kenneth Walker, who had 62 yards and a touchdown. Receiving was led by JSN, who had 10 for 153 and a touchdown. I mean, him and Puka Nacua combined for over 200 yards and 19 catches and 2 touchdowns. That is insane. The other 2 touchdowns went to Cooper Kupp and Jake Bobo. Cooper Kupp kind of having a cinematic story for his career right now too. It would be absolutely awesome if he was able to win another Super Bowl. And the Seattle defense, even though skinned alive, was able to come out on top. Do you guys see how good Nick Amenwari was? Allowed 3 catches for 10 yards, 3 broken up passes, and 2 tackles for a loss. In the most complimentary way possible, he is the definition of a fucking pest. This was a great game to end the conference championship weekend and go into the Super Bowl. You had big plays, you had drama, you had a game that went all the way till the end. I don't know what you could have asked for, and I was happy to at least get one prediction with Seattle right. I picked them to win this week. Seriously, I can't apologize enough. I mean, you're probably tired of hearing me apologize. Actually, you're probably not. But Seattle, you absolutely deserve to be in the Super Bowl, and I look forward to watching you guys have a rematch against the Patriots. Now, really quickly, I would just like to address the Super Bowl graphic going around that the NFL tweeted at the start of the season. This is pretty crazy. I think it is a coincidence, I would hope. But if you would look at the very, very front of all these players heading towards the Super Bowl, you would notice something. And if you look even closer, they had Drake May and Sam Darnold up at the front. And what was even crazier, when they redid the image for the playoffs, they still had those two up at the front. Again, coincidence, more than likely, but it is a little weird. And now moving on, we are going to be reacting to the new head coaches in the NFL. I know I've talked about a few of these, but a lot of them I haven't. So obviously, John Harbaugh to the Giants. I think it makes sense. I think he's an established coach. I think the Giants have nothing to lose with bringing someone like him in. Good job. Moving on to the next one, we have Jesse Minter going to Baltimore. Another fantastic move. Baltimore obviously trying to strengthen up that defense. Minter, not only great at developing young players, but holding one of the best defenses in football over in Los Angeles for the last couple of years. Then we got Kevin Stefanski going to the Falcons. Another great move, I think, by both sides, really. I just wish Kevin would have waited around, obviously, to see Buffalo open up, because I think that would have been tremendous. But I've always believed in Kevin Stefanski. I still do. I think he's got a great mind. That offense should be able to pop. Now we got Robert Saleh going to Tennessee. Again, I mean, I wish I had something negative to say so far, but I don't. I think he absolutely deserves a second chance to be a head coach. I think that he had New York in the best spot that they've been in how long, which still wasn't great, but their defense was outstanding. Tennessee taking a shot on someone like him who also just ran a tremendous defense this year, all things considered, with all the injuries. It works for me. Now we have the Dolphins bringing in Jeff Hafley. This one's the oddball of the group for me. This is the Schottenheimer of the year. I just can't really say I understand it, which means it'll probably end up being one of the best hires of the entire offseason. And lastly, we have Mike McCarthy coming in and sniping the Steelers head coaching job. I'm not sure if this is like, you know, to try and get Rodgers to come back, which I kind of hope he goes to Minnesota, to be honest. I'm not entirely sure of the move here, because like, it's not like Mike McCarthy's a terrible, awful head coach. I don't love Mike McCarthy, but I also don't think it's going to be a massive upgrade from Mike Tomlin either. I think the Steelers are about to look exactly the same, like literally. On another recent scale here, Mike McDaniel has been hired as an offensive coordinator for the Chargers. I don't hate that, to be honest. I just don't think the guy's head coaching material, and I was right the first time. But when he's not given head coaching responsibilities, he's probably going to be able to dial in a little bit more. Also, in terms as to who, you know, the Bills are going to hire as their head coach, they just interviewed Phillip Rivers. Yeah, to be the head coach, and then Phillip Rivers pulled out. I mean, he finally pulled out of something in his life, I guess, but what was the point? Are we gonna go after Kubiak? We interviewed Anthony Lynn. I'll tell you guys right now, if that hire happens, I'm painting this entire office purple and yellow. That's a no. That's an absolutely fucking not. On top of that, I think the only other opening right now for head coach would be the Raiders. Unless I'm forgetting somebody, which, by the way, Sean McDermott. I mean, that has it written all over it. They'd be dumb to not even try and interview him. And lastly, real quick here, just a piece of news. Shedeur Sanders has been added to the Pro Bowl roster as a replacement. Not sure who he's replacing, but this right here is exactly why the Pro Bowl accolade has turned into a complete joke. It doesn't matter if you make a Pro Bowl anymore. Like, it means nothing. Anybody makes it. We're looking at a guy who had a 3-4 record, 7 touchdowns to 10 picks, 1,400 yards, and a completion percentage at 56.6. Titanic here pointing out his QBR is 18.9. I'm not sure if that's real, but it might be. It actually was 18.9. Holy fuck. You guys see what I mean? This makes a Pro Bowl? Replacement or not, the award means fucking nothing anymore. I don't even hate Shedeur. This is just stupid. And that is gonna do it, ladies and gentlemen, for today's video. I know these have been shorter videos recently, but the NFL season's winding up. There's only so much to go over, and especially when my teams get eliminated every single year. Should be some off-season predictions coming up. I've got a couple other projects I'm trying to work on, so stay tuned for that. As always, if you guys enjoyed this video and you want to show support, please do it, because you know I appreciate any and all help. However, in the meantime, I'm gonna hop off and get this whipped up so you guys can all watch it on time. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. And as always, I will see you in the next video.